WeXpats TV, we are going to talk about some superstitions in Japan today. The top 10 Japanese superstitions that you should know when you come to Japan. And some of these are actually my personal taste that I think they're kind of interesting, so that's why I want to talk about some of these superstitions in Japan. But let's get started. So the first one is spread the cold to others will cure your own cold. So what does that mean? So that means that if you actually get someone sick, and when you're sick when you go to work, you spread the virus. I'm not COVID-19, okay? But if you spread the cold, the specific, let's say maybe flu, if you spread the flu to others, then you will cure your own flu. And that's something I think really interesting because you probably already see it in dramas, Japanese dramas, and like shoujo manga. For my personally speaking, my personal experience is I've seen this in mangas and also in Japanese dramas as well. So I think that's kind of interesting. But behind these superstitions, you can actually find the reason behind it. And that's actually because it usually takes 2 to 3 days to, or a week to cure the cold. And there's an incubation period after it is transmitted to others. So therefore, when the other party just catch the cold, that's probably the person who originally catch the cold is cured already. So that's probably why that this superstitions come out from. And so yeah, if you want to do something to someone you like, your crush or your partner, then you can tell them that, oh yeah, I'll take your cold away for you, that kind of thing. So the second one is, if the mirror is broken, you will encounter misfortune. So what does that mean? That means that if a mirror is broken, that you will probably have something bad happen to you. But this is actually because that the mirror is something sacred to Japanese people because of Shindo beliefs and since ancient times. So when it breaks, it means that the bad vibrations has entered your life circle. And also at the same time, it can also be explained as that the mirror helps you block the bad vibrations so nothing bad would happen to you actually. And there's also a superstition, we all know that in the United States that a broken mirror brings 7 years of bad luck. So yeah, it's very similar. A broken mirror usually means bad things. And for myself, I don't really like mirror that much. Especially I don't want to put too many mirrors at home because it always scare the out of me. So that's something you guys can take a look when if your mirror is broken, then probably people will tell you to just throw this away and don't use it anymore. Just get rid of the bad vibration. And the third one is having eel and umeboshi together will cause stomachache. Umeboshi, the salty, like salted plum. So it's very similar to superstitions that we have in Taiwan that you cannot have persimmons and milk together. And in Japan is eel and umeboshi, and there's other ones as well. But there's also no scientific reason behind this. There's no proof that you cannot have umeboshi and eel together. But because unagi, eel, in Japan is really expensive, and the umeboshi actually is really appetizing, and then it makes you want to eat more. So in ancient times, to avoid this kind of situation, to eat something that expensive or being appetized, people have this kind of superstition that you should not have these two things together. So I think that's really funny because if you think about it, that it's only one to because they want to avoid this having too much eel situation, so they make this kind of superstitions out. And the fourth one is something that you probably would hear in the States and also in other countries and also in Taiwan as well. And that would be when you sneeze, someone is talking about you. Kind of different from when you sneeze, you're actually dead or you're not breathing. But in Japan, a short song in the collection of 10,000 Leaves, Manyoshu, wrote about sneezing continuously. It must be my beloved wife who is thinking about me. So in Japan, it has this kind of, when someone's thinking about you, you will sneeze. But in the States, we'll probably hear this a lot, and that would be, if you sneeze once, someone is thinking about you. If you sneeze twice, someone hates you. If you sneeze 3 times, someone likes you. And the 4th time, that would be someone actually caught a cold, someone's sick. So I think it's really funny that in all the countries that actually have this kind of sneeze-related superstitions, but something that you can take a look as well. And the 5th one would be cannot dry clothes at night. Not meaning you're using the drying machine. You can definitely use a drying machine at night, but that means that you cannot put your clothes up to dry it at night because it was said that in the ancient times that drying clothes at night will attract demons and ghosts. And negative energy at night plus humidity will bring bad vibrations as well. And there's another saying that in the ancient times, the clothes of the dead were hung up at night specifically. So drying clothes at night is actually cursing yourself to die or others who the clothes belong to. So be careful to not dry your partners or your friends or whoever who is Japanese clothes at night. And the sixth one is a black cat suddenly passing by is a bad omen. And I think that's something we also know in the United States because bad cats will bring bad luck. But in fact, in Asian Japan, it means you're blessed. A black cat specifically is actually bringing good luck to you. But after the Meiji era, because there are more influence from Europe and the United States, so it became kind of a bad luck representation as well. And the seventh one is kind of similar to Japanese language, and that would be 4 and 9 are bad numbers. Why? Why is 4 and 9 are bad numbers? So 4 means death, has the same pronunciation as death in Japanese, and that would be shi. So it's a bad number, and 9 means ku. And ku, when you write it in a kanji, means suffering, bitter. So both of them have a bad meanings in Japan. And if you recognize that in a lot of hotels, they don't have 4th floor and don't have 9th floor as well. So it's actually because these are the bad numbers. And the 8th one is something I think is really interesting because I've never seen this before. Twins of different sexes birth were men and women who died in love in past lives. So when the twins who have with the opposite sexes were men and women who died in love, died because of love in the past life. I think that's really interesting because I personally I have a twin sister as well. So, and I think that when I was trying to research regarding to this superstition, I found out that after the war, Japan actually generally disliked twins. I don't know why, I couldn't find why, but I think it's because it's kind of rare. But maybe the 30-year of Showa, it actually became something normal, so people don't hate them anymore. But because they generally dislike twins of different sexes, when they're born, people think that they're men and women who died because of love in the past lives. And the 9th one is if the tea leaves stand in the tea, something good will happen. And it's very similar to the clove in the Lucky Charm in the United States because it's actually only because it's really rare when you have tea leaves standing in the tea. So that's why it has a good meaning. It means that something brings luck to you. And the last one is something I think people, if you live in Taiwan or maybe if you're from a background that's heavily influenced by Confucianism, you will probably have some kind of superstitions like this. And that would be hide your thumb when you see the hearse passing by. Why? Because the thumb in Japanese means oyayubi, and oya means parents in Japanese. So when you say oyayubi, it actually literally means parent's finger. So when you see the hearse passing by, it brings bad luck. So if you want your parents to have a long life, a healthy life, you want to hide them when you see the hearse. So I think the parenting, the parents concept is very important in Confucianism. So that's why I say in a lot of countries, there are a lot of superstitions who are actually related to parents and want to keep them healthy and live longer in that sense. So I think that's very interesting if you look into the cultural context regarding to all these superstitions. And we hope that this video is kind of helpful and useful to you when you live in Japan. If you ever done anything listed in today's video, you probably will see someone looking at you why do you do that? Now you know why, because it's something, it brings bad luck or good luck. But yeah, if you like this kind of video when talking to you guys regarding to some kind of Japanese traditional culture, please let us know. If you like our video today, please thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more Japanese related videos. And see you next time!